Hope you're doing well. Welcome to episode 10. Let's get started. Our first word is aesthetic, which is a noun that is defined as a set of principles or values that concern the nature and appreciation of beauty, especially in art, design, or style. It is also defined as concerning beauty or the appreciation of beauty. For example, the designer's vision for the new building not only took into account the practical aspects, but also the aesthetic appeal it would have to passers-by. Our second word is afar, which is an adverb that is defined as at a distance or from a faraway place. It is also defined as at, to, or from a great distance. For example, the sound of the church bells echoed through the village, calling the faithful to worship from afar. Our third word is affability, which is a noun that is defined as the quality of being friendly, good-natured, or easy to talk to. It is also defined as the act of showing warmth and friendliness towards others. For example, the politician's affability and charm won over many voters, making him a popular candidate in the election. Our fourth word is affable, which is an adjective that is defined as pleasantly easy to approach and talk to, friendly. It is also defined as showing warmth and friendliness towards others. For example, the manager was known for his affable nature, always greeting his employees with a smile and taking time to listen to their concerns. Our fifth word is affair, which is a noun that is defined as a matter or event that is of importance or concern, especially one that is public or political in nature. It is also defined as a romantic or sexual relationship between two people, typically one that is secret or illicit. For example, the president's affair with a White House intern caused a scandal and brought scrutiny upon his administration. Our sixth word is affect, which is a verb that is defined as to produce a change in someone or something. It is also defined as to influence or alter one's thoughts, feelings, or behavior. It is also defined as to pretend or assume a particular emotion or attitude. For example, the tragic news affected her deeply, causing her to withdraw from her usual activities for a time. Our seventh word is affectation, which is a noun that is defined as behavior or speech that is artificial and designed to impress or to draw attention to oneself. It is also defined as a trait or habit that is adopted for effect rather than being genuine. It is also defined as the act of taking on a false or exaggerated behavior or attitude. For example, the actor's affected British accent was seen as affectation by some critics, who found it distracting from his performance. Our eighth word is affective, which is an adjective that is defined as relating to emotions or feelings. It is also defined as capable of arousing or expressing emotions. It is also defined as tending to affect or influence something. For example, the therapist used affective techniques to help the patient identify and express their emotions more effectively. Our ninth word is affidavit, which is a noun that is defined as a written statement made under oath or affirmation, typically used as evidence in a court of law. For example, the witness had to sign an affidavit attesting to the accuracy of their testimony before the judge would admit it into evidence. Our 10th word is affiliate, which is a verb that is defined as to officially attach or connect to an organization as a member or branch. It is also defined as to be associated or connected with something as a subordinate or subsidiary. It is also defined as to endorse or promote a product, service, or brand as a representative or partner. For example, the local chapter decided to affiliate with the national organization to gain access to more resources and support. Our 11th word is affinity, which is a noun that is defined as a natural attraction or liking for someone or something. It is also defined as a close similarity or relationship between things. It is also defined as a strong bond or connection, often based on shared interests or values. For example, Sarah felt an instant affinity for the new coworker who shared her love of hiking and travel. Our 12th word is affirm, which is a verb that is defined as to declare or state something positively and firmly. It is also defined as to confirm the validity or truth of something. It is also defined as to support or uphold a decision, ruling, or belief. For example, the judge will affirm the lower court's ruling unless there is clear evidence to the contrary. Our 13th word is affirmation, which is a noun that is defined as a statement or declaration that something is true or exists. It is also defined as emotional support or encouragement. It is also defined as a positive assertion of one's values, beliefs, or intentions. For example, repeating daily affirmations can help boost your self-confidence and create a more positive mindset. Our 14th word is affix, which is a verb that is defined as to attach or fasten something to something else. It is also defined as to add a prefix or suffix to a word to change its meaning. It is also defined as to impose or impose as a condition, such as a fee or tax. For example, please affix your signature to the bottom of the form before submitting it to the office. Our 15th word is afflatus, which is a noun that is defined as a sudden divine inspiration or creative impulse. It is also defined as a burst of inspiration or poetic/musical creativity. It is also defined as a powerful feeling or emotion that inspires great creativity or artistic expression. For example, the artist felt a strong afflatus after spending time in nature, which inspired her to create a new series of paintings. Our 16th word is afflict, which is a verb that is defined as to cause pain, suffering, or hardship. It is also defined as to affect or trouble someone or something in a negative way. It is also defined as to inflict or impose something upon someone or something. For example, the disease afflicts millions of people around the world and has no known cure. Our 17th word is affliction, which is a noun that is defined as a state of pain, suffering, or hardship. It is also defined as something that causes physical or mental pain, such as a disease or disability. It is also defined as a source of great distress, difficulty, or afflictive influence. For example, after her car accident, Jane was left with several afflictions, including chronic pain and limited mobility. Our 18th word is affluence, which is a noun that is defined as wealth or abundance of material possessions. It is also defined as a state of great prosperity or economic success. It is also defined as a plentiful supply or availability of something. For example, the neighborhood's affluence was evident in the large mansions, expensive cars, and designer clothing. Our 19th word is afford, which is a verb that is defined as to have enough money or resources to buy or pay for something. It is also defined as to be able to do something without causing financial hardship. It is also defined as to provide or offer something. For example, I can't afford to buy a new car right now, so I'll have to keep driving my old one. Our 20th word is a franchise, which is a verb that is defined as to grant the right to vote or enjoy the privileges of citizenship, especially to a previously disenfranchised group. It is also defined as to free someone from slavery or servitude. It is also defined as to invest or endow someone with a particular right or power. For example, the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 helped affranchise many African American citizens who had previously been denied the right to vote. Our 21st word is a fray, which is a noun that is defined as a noisy and often violent fight or quarrel in public. It is also defined as an unlawful fight or brawl in a public place that disturbs the peace. It is also defined as a legal term for a criminal charge related to a public fight or disturbance of the peace. For example, the police were called to break up an affray that had broken out among a group of rowdy bar patrons. Our 22nd word is affright, which is a verb that is defined as to frighten or scare someone. It is also defined as to fill someone with sudden fear or terror. It is also defined as to cause someone to be alarmed or frightened by sudden or unexpected means. For example, the sound of thunder at night often affrights my dog, causing her to shake and hide under the bed. Our 23rd word is affront, which is a noun and a verb, where the noun is defined as an action or statement that insults or offends someone's dignity or self-respect. The noun is also defined as a deliberate or open disrespect or insult. The verb is defined as to insult or offend someone, especially by showing disrespect or disregard for their feelings or opinions. The verb is also defined as to confront or face someone in a challenging or provocative manner. For example, with the noun, his rude behavior towards the elderly woman was an affront to common decency. An example for the verb is the company decision to close the factory without notice affronted the entire community. Our 24th word is afield, which is an adverb that is defined as away from the usual or familiar environment, often in a rural or wilderness setting. For example, the hikers ventured afield into the mountains to explore the wilderness and enjoy the fresh air. Our 25th word is afloat, which is an adverb and an adjective. The adverb is defined as floating or staying on the surface of water or other liquid. The adjective is defined as referring to something that is floating or staying on the surface of water or other liquid. An example for the adverb would be the boat remained afloat despite the rough waves and strong winds. An example for the adjective would be the crew members worked hard to keep the afloat vessel from sinking in the middle of the ocean. Our 26th word is afoot, which is an adverb and an adjective. The adverb is defined as in progress or being planned, in motion. The adjective is defined as in progress, happening or being planned at the present time. An example for the adverb is rumors were afoot about the company's possible merger with a competitor. An example for the adjective is the local authorities warned residents of the afoot plans to close the public library. Our 27th word is aforementioned, which is an adjective that is defined as referring to a previously mentioned or named person or thing. For example, the aforementioned changes to the policy were widely criticized by the employees. Our 28th word is afoul, which is an adverb that is defined as in a state of entanglement or conflict, often with something such as rope, fishing line, or other equipment. For example, the boat's propeller got afoul of a fishing net, causing it to get stuck and preventing the boat from moving. Our 29th word is afraid, which is an adjective that is defined as feeling fear or apprehension, fearful. For example, she was afraid to go into the dark basement alone because of her fear of spiders. Our 30th word is afresh, which is an adverb that is defined as in a new or different way, starting again from the beginning. For example, after failing the exam, he decided to study afresh with a different approach and a new study plan. Our 31st word is aft, which is an adverb and an adjective. The definition of the adverb is at, near, or toward the stern of a ship or boat. The definition of the adjective is referring to the stern of a ship or boat. An example for the adverb is the captain stood at the helm of the ship aft as he guided it through the narrow channel. An example for the adjective is the aft cabins of the cruise ship offer beautiful views of the ocean. Our 32nd word is after, which is a preposition, conjunction, adverb, and adjective. The preposition is defined as following in time or sequence, later than. The conjunction is defined as subsequently to the time when, as a result of. The adverb is defined as later in time, subsequently. The adjective is defined as of or relating to the time following an event or occurrence. An example for the preposition is we went to the movies after dinner. An example for the conjunction is after she finished her homework, she went to bed. An example for the adverb is he always arrived late, sometimes as much as an hour after the meeting had started. An example for the adjective is the after effects of the storm were felt for weeks afterward. Our 33rd word is after effect, which is a noun that is defined as a result or consequence that follows an event or action, often with delayed onset. For example, the after effects of the surgery made it difficult for the patient to walk for several days. Our 34th word is afterglow, which is a noun that is defined as a pleasant or sentimental feeling remaining after a memorable experience, a warm light or glow that lingers after the sun has set. For example, as the sun set over the mountains, we enjoyed the afterglow on the horizon while sipping on a glass of wine. Our 35th word is afterimage, which is a noun that is defined as an image that persists after the original stimulus has ceased, an optical illusion in which an image continues to appear in one's vision after exposure to the original image has ended. For example, even after looking away, I continued to see the bright spot on the screen as an afterimage. Our 36th word is afterlife, which is a noun that is defined as the concept of a continuation of existence after death, the period of existence believed by some to follow death. For example, many cultures and religions believe in some form of an afterlife, often described as a realm where the souls of the dead go after passing away. Our 37th word is aftermath, which is a noun that is defined as the consequences or effects of a significant, usually unpleasant, event or occurrence, the period of time following such an event. For example, the aftermath of the hurricane left the community devastated and struggling to rebuild. Our 38th word is afternoon, which is a noun that is defined as the period of time between noon and evening, the time of day following the morning and preceding the evening. For example, I prefer to go for a walk in the afternoon after finishing work for the day. Our 39th word is aftershock, which is a noun that is defined as a smaller earthquake or tremor that follows a larger earthquake, often with its own epicenter and capable of causing further damage, a secondary shock following a significant event. For example, the aftershocks of the earthquake continued for several days, causing further damage to already weakened buildings. Our 40th word is aftertaste, which is a noun that is defined as the taste or flavor that remains in the mouth after eating or drinking something, a lingering taste sensation that follows the initial taste. For example, the aftertaste of the strong coffee lingered in my mouth for several hours. Our 41st word is afterthought, which is a noun that is defined as a thought, idea, or decision that occurs after something else has already been done or decided, something that is considered too late or without enough attention. For example, the new addition to the house was an afterthought, added after the original plans had already been completed. Our 42nd word is afterward, which is an adverb that is defined as following in time or order, afterwards, at a later time, subsequently. For example, we went to the park in the morning and afterward we had lunch at a nearby restaurant. Our 43rd word is again, which is an adverb that is defined as one more time, once more, anew, in addition to what has been done or said before. For example, I need to check my work again to make sure that there are no mistakes. Our 44th word is against, which is a preposition that is defined as in opposition to, contrary to, in conflict with. It is also defined as in physical contact with, touching. For example, the team played against their rivals in the championship game, or The latter was leaning against the wall. Our 45th word is agape, which is an adjective that is defined as with the mouth wide open, as in wonder, surprise, or eagerness. It is also defined as being in a state of wonder, surprise, or amazement. For example, the children sat in agape wonder as the magician performed his tricks. Our 46th word is agate, which is a noun that is defined as a type of quartz that is characterized by its fineness of grain and brightness of color, often used as a semi-precious stone in jewelry or for ornamentation. For example, she wore a beautiful necklace made of agate beads. Our 47th word is age, which is a noun and a verb. The noun is defined as the length of time that a person or thing has existed or been in existence, a period of history. The verb is defined as to grow old or show the signs of growing old, to cause to grow old. An example for the noun is the Bronze Age was a period of prehistoric human culture that lasted from around 3300 BCE to 1200 BCE. An example for the verb is, as they age, some people experience a decline in physical and cognitive function. Our 48th word is aged, which is an adjective that is defined as having lived for a long time, elderly. It is also defined as having reached the age of maturity or completion, ripe. For example, the aged woman sat on the bench in the park, enjoying the warm sun on her face. Our 49th word is ageism, which is a noun that is defined as discrimination against individuals or groups based on their age, especially prejudice against older people. For example, ageism in the workplace can take many forms, such as denying job opportunities to older workers or failing to promote them based on their age. Our 50th word is agency, which is a noun that is defined as an organization or business that provides a particular service on behalf of others, typically involving representation or mediation. It is also defined as the capacity or power to act or exert influence. For example, the advertising agency was responsible for creating and executing the marketing campaign for the new product launch.